right, so ready? All right, so this is a response to Chris and Pat on a video talking about how Jiu-Jitsu compared, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu compares with Aikido and some of the concepts and holds and controls dealing with a knife. What we're going to talk about today and show today is that Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu's main connections in this experiment they did, if the control was done consistently, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu holds or the positions would fare better than the Aikido, Ikkyo pin would. So we're going to try to show that today and show the kind of points we're talking about how controlling hips and controlling the leveraging arm and controlling the weapon is going to do a lot better than just a one-arm Ikkyo. Lovely assistant, he's very beautiful. He is white belt, three-stripe white belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Been doing it a little while. He's wrestled in high school for a lot of years, so he has some concepts of grappling and knows how to move. And so in the video we're critiquing, the Torre, or the guy that's doing the technique, gets him into the Ikkyo pin, right? Gets in here, Ikkyo, pins him out, goes down, flattens him out, and starts here. Now, on a real knife attack, getting an Ikkyo off the bat is going to be really difficult to do. It's not impossible, it's going to be really difficult. But for the sake of this video, the sake of that video, we will say we started here, right? We got him to here, however that's possible, and we're there. Now, the first video had the Ikkyo pin going, and they said, okay, we're going to strip the knife and keep mobility without him hurting us first, right? Now, how they started was they started with position. They started with two hands on the pinned arm, uke flattened out, and in this position. And then they said, I think even they had to this point, they started stripping the knife. So what we're going to do is he's going to come up and he's going to try to get out of here as I try to strip the knife. So hold on a second before you go. So when we say go, I'm going to try to get there, strip the knife, and see what happens. All right, ready, go. Right? Yeah. He's there. Now, this time, to strip the knife, I want you to actually fight out. This is one of the things that we don't want to do in any training we do. And we're talking about even in the video, the gentleman talked about autonomy. If I'm autonomous and he's autonomous, he can do anything he wants to, I can do anything I want to, right? So when you want to get up any way you can, do anything you want to do to get out of this pin, okay? Okay. Ready? Hold the knife and try to stab me, cut me, whatever, get away from me and then come back and stab, whatever you want to do. Okay. All right, ready? Yep. Go. Okay, he rolled up, kept grip tight, hard for me to strip it out, got his hips up, got around, and it turned into a grappling match at that point for the knife, which is what's probably going to happen. All right, so now that kind of demonstrates, at least in that one scenario, that if he's really wanting to resist, it's not that easy to strip the knife from him when he's intent on killing you, hurting you, those kind of things. And intent on getting up. Now, let's talk about the comparison with the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu holds. They compared, Chris Believe compared the control of a full mount, which would say, yeah, full mount has great control. Not necessarily the best control, but it's a great control. And they did it like this. So they started out, and I'll try to link it in, but started out here, and they said, go. And he's going to start stabbing me, right, until I got to get on it. Now, if that's the case, if I have no control, he has the knife out, and I start in this position, I got to get on it, right? And in any altercation, I'm probably going to get cut a little bit. Now, to be fair in this altercation, or this thing, I'm going to have two hands on it. Ikkyo started with two hands on it. I'm going to start with two hands on it, right? However I can do it. I'm going to start here. I won't go into a full lock. I'll wait and just start two hands on here in the mount. Same scenario, same thing. He can do whatever he wants to do. I can do whatever I want to do. Good?
Yep.
Ready? Go. Right? So, I can control. Uki went nowhere. Not one cut happened on me. Not one movement. There was no possibility. He could get his hips under me and started to bridge me that way, right? Started bridging that way. If I let my weight go over, he could have bridged and rolled me, got me off, and I hopefully would have secured a knife by then, but you never know. That being said, I don't like, if a knife's involved, going to mount because he can bridge and roll me. Because I'm actually helping him in this situation. When I lock on the arm, here, I've locked down. So all he has to do is bridge and roll me, and I have to control it. Now hopefully I can control it enough to get the knife away, but that's not always the case. Especially if he has free autonomy to do anything he wants to me, right? Just like I said before, if I'm in this position on the mount, if I really have autonomy, he starts to buck. What happened? This is not the mat. This is his face. He's not thinking about this anymore. He's thinking about himself. He's thinking about not being hurt himself. So now he's not worried about bridging and rolling. He's worried about not getting his freaking face smashed in. Then I can start going into locks, strips, or whatever. Now, that all being said, I don't like doing mounts for knives because he can bridge and roll me. I do have ability to throw strikes on him more, to get more weight on him. That's fine, but I found in controlling a weapon, side control is king, right? If I'm in side control, so you saw how he bucked and rolled, those kind of things. If I'm in side control, I'm gonna start in side control here, and I'm gonna start just like we did before. 2 hands on. I'm gonna even do just 1 hand on here, right? Or 1 hand on here. Then we'll start from this position. Okay? You ready? Yep. So side control is pressure down on his chest, knee in his hip, knee in his bicep or his shoulder. I might 1 hand on. All right, go. Right? At no point were you able to move, Harley? Were you able to get away?
Not without giving up this.
Right? Was he able to attack, switch hands? No, couldn't get to it, right? The idea here is that once I'm in here and controlling, that's just what I wanted. Now let's do, and to do it connected with the Ikkyo pin, which was 2 arms on it, 2 hands on it. Now 2 hands on it. All right, you say go.
All right, go.
Game over. I'm here. Why is it so much more strong this? Because I'm controlling the hips, controlling the shoulder at the same time. If I control the hips, I control the body. If I control the shoulder, I control the body. If I control both, they're done. Personally, I'd rather fight out a mount than go outside controlling somebody, because they have so much more control here inside control. So especially if I already have 2-on-1, the fight's done, right? So anyway, so that's what I would say. That way it's more secure, it's more safe for Torre to be in side control fighting a weapon, right? And not in a single arm kind of thing. Now, we talked about mobility, multiple attackers. Now with multiple attackers, we agree, that's great. You don't want to have, if there's 3 guys here and I'm locked in on this guy, what's gonna happen?
Punch, kick.
I'm gonna get punched, kicked, stomped, whatever. I can't stay here, right? But if I have free autonomy, even here, if I'm here and I'm starting to see something, oh crap, what happens? There's strikes, boom, boom. In the young belly, you get out, right? So the young belly is gonna give you the mobility to move where you need to move, right? So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna start the Ikkyo start with 2-on-1. this is on one-on-one, right? Or one-on-two. Not one-on-two. One-on-one. I'm not even having two-on-one. So I'm here, right? So we'll start, you say go, and then we'll just, you tell me when people's coming. All right, ready?
Go. People come.
Right? That's with just controlling the biceps. Superficial cuts, maybe, right? That's it. Still have mobility to exit without any problem. And he's not coming after me because his hips are controlled. He can't get up on me fast enough because his hips are controlled. Now, if we go knee on belly, 2-on-1, right? Same scenario, roll with it. There you go.
Go. All right, come.
Got caught up on that.
Still got it.
Because I have autonomy, he has autonomy. He can do whatever he wants to, I can do whatever I want to. Which means if I see somebody coming, stop thinking about cutting me and get the crap out of there. Right? So, my conclusion is that with this here and controlling and starting, now to make it fair, how we would have, let's say I'm already on the ground with him. To get in this position, I don't have to be on the ground with him. I'd have to be controlling the knife, which is probably going to happen in a number of ways to get out of control the hips, control the shoulders. But let's say in both scenarios, let's do this. Keep it rolling, all right? And so I'm gonna go, and then we'll see what happens. Okay? All you gotta do is try to control me, and when you see a knife or feel a knife, get the crap out of there. Okay. Ready?
Yep.
All right, go. Right? Hard to control it if you're not seeing it. Right? What do you feel like? Feel like you have control?
No, once you get up on your knees.
Control goes away, right? If the weapon's hidden. He gets it out in that. That's there. Now, if somebody's training a lot with Ikkyo and watching their hips, watching those things, being aware, they can pull out fast enough, this freaking let go of the hold and get out of there, or go into a grappling match and get out on it to control the knife, because you have to control the knife at that point. If not, you get cut. So now, let's try it with, he's gonna be on top, knee on belly, knife concealed, right? Knife concealed. So he's gonna be a knee on belly from an altercation, from punches, whatever. He can be he's gonna do it on knee on belly, and we'll do side control. We'll see how it comes out. So I'll even do strong side to make it more out, right? Strong side concealed. There we go. So you can go knee on belly, there, right? So this is a good position, knee on belly, right? His legs are out, his pressure's down on my hips. It's hard for me to move. I can't get punches on him, so I'm controlling the biceps until he's ready to exit, right? So I'm gonna say go, and I'm gonna try to get to my knife, try to stab him, try to cut him. He can either choose to leave, or he can choose to stay with me and control the knife. Completely up to you. You have complete autonomy, I have complete autonomy, right? Make sense? You do whatever you want to do. Okay? Ready? Go. Got it out, right? I got the knife out, he controlled it. Not one cut was on him. You feel any pressure at any point? What did happen there, I got entangled. Anytime you have concealed in a scuffle, that entanglement happens. How many times have we seen that with the videos we watched with people like Craig Douglas, those guys? Entanglement happens a lot with a concealed weapon. So, anyway, but how'd you feel in control once I got the knife out and started resisting?
Once you got the knife out, you just isolate the one arm, and you're already on top of him. You got the pressure down.
How'd the control feel? Do you feel like I was getting away from you at all? You on top? Constant contact with my body. He was controlling hips. He was controlling shoulders. At no point did I feel like I had the upper hand on him, ever, during that altercation. Now, let's say same thing with side control. We'll do far side on this one, just so it faces off hands there. So he's in side control. He goes into side control. He is locked in, right? And so I'm gonna say go. You're gonna try to either, if you see the knife, go to the waist. Come around this way. Come around this way. If he feels my hand go to the waist, he can do what he wants to. He can either stay and engage, or he can disengage. It's clear up to him. His choice, my choice to kick, punch, hit, slap, get to whatever, push off, whatever, right? Trying to keep it as basic as possible. So you ready?
Yep.
All right, ready? Yeah, stops it when the knife gets onto you, or the knife gets onto me, or you get away. Make sense?
Yep.
All right. Ready? Go. He controlled my hips whole time, bucking, pushing. He controlled my hips, he controlled my shoulders. Couldn't get to the knife, couldn't get to the bottom of it, couldn't climb up because of the pressure down. He was limiting every bit of motion I had. I had the only hope I had was to try to fight for that knife to get it out and get him off of me, right? Now, if it's a jiu-jitsu match, a lot different. Bumping, rolling, getting up under, go back to guard, all this stuff. You know, knife situation, somebody's carrying a knife for a reason, they're gonna pull out at that point and get the crap off of me. This is bad, right? Make sense? Did it feel like, how'd the control feel?
So I had this arm up, and I had the shoulders at least. I could still feel you kind of bucking with the hips, but you weren't going anywhere.
So, much more secure. Even with full resistance, autonomy for him, could have hit me at any time. If I even wanted to hit him, I couldn't get enough power to hurt him. So he had plenty of time, I had plenty of time. Full resistance, still was able to stay safe, stay away, and control me. Knee on belly, any point, he could escape, pushed out, by controlling those hips and able to have full autonomy where he can throw strikes, get me thinking about something else, and get away safely and cleanly. So, hope that demonstrates not the best way in the world by any means, but it does demonstrate hopefully the point of that with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in mind is started as a self-defense idea, is that controlling the hips, controlling the shoulders is much better, much safer in a entanglement with a weapon than just having one arm extended out, and would work more safely than an Ikkyo in this case. So thank you. Hope it makes sense. Hope we get some conversation going. And thanks for doing the idea for the video, Chris. Appreciate it. God bless.